Well, congratulations. How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, I wasn't real happy with the performance, but I love this job. I love this sport. I love my coaches, and I love my team.
What weren't you happy with?
I just had a long camp. It was a grueling camp. Outside of fighting, I had a lot of things going on that kind of took away from what I love about this sport so much. But on the mats with my team, I've never had more fun. I have a great group of guys that were pushing me, that were helping me. I had a ton of support from the MMA community with my hardships going on. And I wanted to perform so well that I felt crippled out there. I was having a hard time moving. I was a hard time finding my groove. And, Victor fought a hard fight. He just didn't fight a smart fight. And I feel like that's the only reason why I won. I won on tenure on the mat, time in the cage. That's what won me this fight. It wasn't skills. It wasn't hard work. It wasn't cardio. I just outsmarted him. And that's not the way I like to fight. I don't like to fight a smart fight. This ain't a chess match for me. I like to fight. I like to have fun. I like to, I'm style over function when it comes to the cage. And I wasn't able to do that tonight. I was stuck in the mud.
Did it feel different in there because of the time away or because of everything that, that was going on? Or did it feel the same and it was just maybe more in your head? Or
It felt different. I felt different. I was fighting Victor and myself out there. I was just lucky enough to have coaches that knew what they were doing. I didn't win that fight. I got coached to win that fight from my corner. Had I not had the corner that I had Victor fought a little smarter, I'm not so sure I'd be sitting here right now.
So how do you change that for the next one?
Back to the gym, back to the drawing board. I was really selfish this camp. I used my team to the best of my ability. I stole everything I could from everybody. Now it's my turn to go help these guys that were my teammates. They got fights coming up. So I'm going to take myself out of it, and I'm going to try to be there for them and help them and, find my passion again.
And outside of what you've already said about yourself and everything that went on, was there any surprises in there in terms of how your opponent fought?
He was stronger, faster, better than what I thought that he was. Not taking anything away from Victor. I knew he was good. He's 12-2, but he just didn't fight smart. He wasn't out of that fight. Had he fought smarter, he would have won. I outsmarted him, which I don't do that a lot. So, but again, that wasn't me. That was my coaches. They won this fight for me.
How soon do you want to get back in there?
I'll fight again tonight. Whatever I can do to redeem myself. I don't know. I live in the cage. That's all I'm good at. Being a dad and fighting.
Muhammad Mokaev called you out for, I believe, August. Is that a fight that interests you at all?
For sure. I mean, he calls me out every weekend. Everybody calls me out. I want to fight the 36-year-old crippled guy too. Let's go. I'll fight whoever, whenever. I've always been that guy. I got a kid to feed. I got a legacy to maintain. I need to put some money in the bank. I like to fight. I want to fight. That's what I want to do. And I'd fight again tonight. If somebody else falls out, like I'm the guy. Call me up. Let me go.
Well, for what it's worth, I think you're being a little hard on yourself. I think it was a great performance, and I think when you watch back, you'll see what we all saw.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim. This is the first fight with Chris Brendan in your corner. How was that?
Again, man, those are the guys. They did this for me. I'm an old guy in the sport, but I don't want any special treatment. I want the amateur treatment. I want to be told what to do. I don't want anybody to be worried about hurting my feelings or me going somewhere because I'm not going to. I went to Chris for a reason. I trust him. He knows what he's doing. He's a legend in the sport. And I didn't know if that was going to be my spot. I know now, but I was lucky enough to have one of my old coaches already make that his home. Austin Ford was my striking coach for my first UFC fight before I was in the UFC. So I already had a spot there because he was there, but I know that's where I belong. I got a team full of guys that really care about me, and it's easy when you have somebody like Chris to follow suit because he knows what he's talking about. He wouldn't ask me to do anything that he wouldn't ask his son to do. And I had his son in my corner tonight. He's undefeated in Bellator. He's ranked 10 in the world. He's about to fight again. He was Victor Morano for me this whole camp, so I was able to fight Victor 100 times before I got in here tonight.
Can you talk about just how relieving it was to get this win? Been out for a year, your knee was destroyed, all of your personal issues. Just how relieving was it to get a win?
It's not all about wins and losses for me. Obviously, you got to win to stay in the sport. So I'm happy I got to win so I get another chance. I'm happy I got to win so I could pay my coaches what they deserve. But I wasn't happy with tonight. I wasn't happy with myself. And it's got nothing to do with my personal life. It's got nothing to do with my coaches. I wasn't in it tonight. And it's not anybody else's fault but myself. And I'm not trying to be hard on myself, and I'm not trying to be down. I just expect more. And my coaches they're being kind, but they deserve more. My team deserves more. And I just want to get in there, and I want to give more.
You put out a tweet this morning about not having tickets. How disappointing was it not having your family in the crowd?
Again, I hate talking shit because I love the sport. I love fighting here. But there's a bunch of empty seats out there, man. I flew people here to watch me fight, and people are saying, well, you should have asked before. But I've been in the sport, in the UFC since 2012. Every event that I've ever fought on, I've had 4 tickets, for my people. I'm not trying to bring any bad publicity to the UFC. I love this job. I love Dana White. I love my managers. I love all the people that work here. The janitors at the PI know who I am. I'm close with everybody. But fighting in the Apex is hard for me. I worked my ass off to get to where I could fight in front of people. And then I don't get to fight in front of a big crowd. So I thought at least I could have 4 people out there that know and love and support me. And I just didn't have it tonight, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. It shouldn't bother me as much as it does, but I could have stayed fighting in tents on the Indian res. If I didn't want anybody there watching me, I want to feel like I'm on the biggest stage in the world, and I didn't get to feel that tonight. It has nothing to do with my performance. I mean, I'm kind of glad more people didn't get to see tonight because I felt like it was a shit performance from me. I got a lot more to give. I got a lot more to show, and the good thing is I'm excited to get back to it, get back to my team, and to try again. And this win, all it really means for me is I secure another fight for down the road.
Is it safe to say your next fight you want to fight in front of a crowd?
Yeah, I don't even care, man. I just want to fight. I want to show the world and my team and my coaches that I'm listening and that I'm learning and that I am getting better. I'm getting older, but my fight IQ, I feel like, is at an all-time high, and that won me the fight tonight. I didn't get to show out and style out like I wanted to, and that goes to show Victor a little bit of, I was proud of him, man. He fought a hard, tough fight, and he's a good dude. He could do a lot better too. Like he wasn't really listening to his corner. His corner was giving him good advice. That was a fight that he could have won. He was in that fight. He was hitting me hard. He was strong. Just time in the cage. I feel like maybe he got in like I got in. When I first got in the UFC, I just wasn't quite ready. Not that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough up here to listen to what was being told to me. And I felt like he had a little bit of that tonight. And I can relate to him because I've been there. I've been where he was at many times.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim, congrats on the win. Just 2 quick ones for me. Once you study tape and look at it, or if you even want to, look at your fight, do you at least get a little bit of comfort walking back into that locker room with your team, with your new family, and say, you know what, I'm behind. I got some good people with me. Because if this was my off night, they were able to get me to the finish line.
Yeah, and that's exactly what my coach said. He's like, yeah, man, you had an off night. You had a hard weight cut. Had a hard camp. And you still came out and won. You got to be proud. And the thing is, it's not that I'm not proud. I am. I'm, not even for myself. I'm proud that I have these coaches and that they care enough about me to waste time and take time away from their family. And he's got a whole team of guys back home like missing him, needing him for their fights. I want them to feel like what they're doing here means something, and because it means something to me. I don't want to waste their time.
Thank you, sir. And the second one, not much a question, just thank you for your this whole week, the honesty, talking to media, being so upfront about your life, Congrats on the win, my man.
Thank you, sir. I love the sport, man. Nobody loves to fight more than me, and I love the UFC. And me talking shit about the tickets or whatever, it's not me trying to rag on the UFC. It's, you know, I expected something that I didn't get, and it is what it is. It shouldn't affect the outcome of the fight, and it shouldn't bother me so bad. And that's just another part of myself that I need to work on and that I need to fix. You know, I'm still learning, and I'm still getting better, and I'm still going to learn, and I'm still going to get better.